99 liquidations. Trade with intuition. Don't be sedated. Manage your risk or you'll be singing this song. I got 99 liquidations. Run it!
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Let it run! Let it run!
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Yo! Slap the stop loss!
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Bring it back!
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Been dancing with the market, playing death trap games. Every wick be a bullet with leverage in the name. Stops too tight, that's a hitman's treat. Market makers hunting wallets like wolves in the street. As the price goes up, liquidation stack below. Somebody's hitting the flow. Sweep them, they drag the candle down just to make the margin blow. Liquidation city, watch the funding overflow. And when the price dips low, liquidations rise above. Short sellers feel the fire like a sniper from above. This game is player versus player, ain't no love. Leverage trading ain't no playground, it's a war zone for the boat. I got 99 liquidations cause I over leverage my soul.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Hey, run it up,
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
cut the leverage, cut the leverage, cut the leverage.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Bounce back, let's go, let's go.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Got liquidated Monday, liquidated Tuesday. Market wicked, portfolio spinning, getting sick. Long and pumps like a junkie, should've learned the first time. But greed is a demon in high leverage, making that portfolio dry. Market makers lurk like villains in the dark. Push it just $1 just to tear the trade apart. Price goes up, they load liquidation traps below. Stop hunts, be the bullets and margin be the dough. Price goes down, they spawn liquidation levels above. Shorts get clapped, thinking it's a bad dream, trying to wake up from a nap. Every candle is a trick, every wick is no fun, but still hitting the open trade like it owes me something, son. I got 99 liquidations, yeah, I'm still not done.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Send it, send it.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Margin call, baby, margin call.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
I got 99 liquidations, but a bitch ain't one.
That's right, guys. 99 liquidations. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. You guessed it, sitting down. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe, also wearing a green shirt. Has a green logo on it, so I'm see-through kind of a little bit. Doing a sit down. If I look tired, that's because I am. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning to go to work bright and early. Got home, made me a too big of a hamburger, and really nice and full. And I'm still full. This was like 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Anyway, doing a sit down. This is probably gonna be a quick stream, just because I'm tired. I woke up really early. But if you have questions, if you have charts you want me to do, I will definitely do them. And hopefully we can get to a trade. But we'll see. Looking at the crypto bubbles on the daily. OMG, power up 109. Speaking about that, I'm gonna enter a Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but BNB long right now. 1 second. One moment. And buying in right now. Okay. So I just entered a Bitcoin. I mean BNB. But for the crypto bubbles, we have power up 109. Now I got that song. It was what happened to me. Got liquidated. Ooh, ouch. I was actually shorting power. Yeah, I think it started yesterday, maybe the day before. I was shorting it, and it did a nice little pump. I said, oh man, for sure, it should come down now. So I added to it, and then it pumped some more. Oh, now for sure, man, it's pumped and pumped and pumped. People are gonna start taking profit. So then I added to it, and then 3:30 this morning, right before my alarm went off to go to work or get ready to go to work, 3:30 this morning, I went to the restroom. I checked the charts. I was like, oh man, I think I should add to it. So before I add to it, let me go ahead and set my target. And I did my target. Man, my target, the money amount was, because I had added so many times, was really, really nice. So I submitted for the profit, and then my trade went away. I was like, what happened to? I got liquidated. Lots of money, and I was just adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And so that is the drawback of not having a stop loss and just adding to a trade, because one, eventually you can either run out of money or you could run out of time as far as, being able to add to it, or kind of look and see, maybe I should just, cut my losses. And this one, because it pumped so much, I was thinking for sure coming back, and I lost big on this power right here, this power. And this morning at 3:30, when I got stopped out, it looked like it was going to start coming down because a big old wick started coming. And I was like, man, I should double my money, put in double the amount and short it, because now it's definitely going to go. It just wanted to stop me out. And that wick was a nice long wick. And I said, no. One, that's revenge trading. And two, I already lost a lot of money. I said, what happens if, and I'm glad I didn't, because if I would have, that long wick that happened that I was looking at got bought right back up and then continued going up a little bit, and the sideways and up a little bit. So I would have been liquidated again with more money. So I closed out on my trades. I was in profit in all the other ones. I closed out on all my other trades, and I said, I'm not trading. So I haven't traded all day, except for right now. Right now, I just entered a trade. Okay, moving on. That's a little bit of story time. I know, a little bit too early for story time. But who's here, guys? Who is here? Put a 1 in the chat if you are here. Put a 2 if you are not. Let's look at the hourly time frame. On the hourly, ooh, does this mean we're going to be going up? Potentially. I do thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Striggerheart. You're the absolute best. And you are first. We're doing a sit down today, just because I'm tired. I woke up way too early, and I did not take an old man nap. Came home, put some wood on the grill, and lit it up. And the coals got nice and hot. And then put some hamburgers. I've been wanting hamburgers for a while. Put some hamburgers on there. Had too big of a meal. We got David in the house. What's up, David? Appreciate you, man, being here. Appreciate you greatly. But yeah, so this one, it's probably gonna be a short stream unless you have questions or you want charts or just thought process. Then we can do that. But if not, it'll be fairly short. See here, looking at the no, I don't like looking at that fear and greed index. Looking at this fear and greed index. We haven't been on this computer in a while, but we're at 13. We're up 2 points. Hey, that'll work. Liquidations heat map. Let's go to the 24-hour time frame. Refresh this to 0.5. And let's see here. Everything else is fine. Lots on the top. Nice areas on the top. Some areas on the bottom. And what I'm referring to is the yellow, the brighter the color, the more liquidations. We got Tommy 2 liters in the house. What's up, Tommy 2 liters? Today is no treadmill, no stepper today. A little on the tired side, just because, well, I woke up really early on the 12-hour, and look at all this, the top and the bottom. So whenever price goes down, we build liquidations on the upside. Whenever price goes up, we build liquidations to the downside. It's basically where your stops are at. When we start going sideways, we start building it both up and down. Let's see here. Meet Damien in the house. Meet Damien. It's been a long time, buddy. It's been a long time. Of course, we've been checking your chart every single day and hoping you'd stop by to see the chart. But I was telling everybody, he's like, yeah, man, I think Meet Damien's mad. I think I triggered him or something. Because I will say this though, Meet Damien, you really disappointed me. I was hurt. Because when Newbie Crypto was like, yeah, how do you trade? Like, what are your, you were right there on that bandwagon. How do you trade? And I'm thinking, dude, like, you've been watching me well, I thought you were watching me. I watch you. Like, whenever I get on your stream, I literally watch you and, comment and all sorts of good stuff. But it's like, man, Meet Damien has been watching me for months, I thought. And he doesn't even know how I trade. I was like, I was really hurt, man. Really hurt. But whenever I enter a trade, I always give my thought process of why I enter a trade. And that just shows you don't watch me. So I was hurt. But yeah, we'll look at RKT. We'll look at that. Let's see here. We got Johnny December in the house. What's up, Johnny December? Appreciate you, man, being here. And I do appreciate you, me and Damien, for being here. Hopefully you stay here. And hopefully, and again, I get it. You're a trader. You know how to trade. But like I show how my thought process works. I really do. Let's see here. We got Johnny December. We got Striker Heart. Making some fries. Let's go. We got French Toaster in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much. Let's go to, I hate when that comes up. Let's go to the 3-day time frame. Again, no stepper today. Woke up really early, 4 in the morning. Well, actually 3:30, but then I laid back down. Got up about 4-ish. I'll get my day started. Nothing too exciting. We got liquidations to the top and bottom. Let's go to the weekly just for funsies. Let's go to the weekly. Meet Damien, are you still here? Meet Damien? Tune in, Meet Damien. Meet Damien, are you still here? Not sure if you just come in and leave, but I'm pretty sure you do, because again, I give my thought process, and you knew nothing on how I trade, and I was like, a little offended. Okay, a lot offended. I was a lot offended. Again, because I watch you, man. I stick through it. I might not respond really quick because I'm doing stuff, or but I have you in the background. I'm listening. So whenever you say something, I come back to the computer and I do a comment. Anyway, excuse me. All right. So price was here last night. And from here, I mentioned that I would not. I don't know what's going to happen, but I mentioned I would not be mad if Bitcoin came down to about here, about the 618-ish area. Normally I've seen it bounce off of the 0.5, but here last night I said I wouldn't mind if it comes down here to 618-ish area, then come up. Then we have to see what we're gonna do. Like, are we gonna come up to bounce off of the anchored VWAPs and then come down? So what we're looking for is, okay, good, you are here. So this is what I do, Meet Damien, right here. I'm explaining it, what I do, and this is what I always do. Is I'm thinking we might come down. Then if we come up and we get rejected off of our anchored VWAPs, if we break this pivot, then there's a really good chance that this might happen. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. I wish I did. I wish I could foresee the future, but I don't know. If we come up to around this area, come up higher, then we pull back. What we're looking for is a break of this pivot. And this is how I trade. Right there, that 30 seconds is how I trade. I'm expecting a pullback, and we went sideways, and guess what happened? We pulled back. We came down to the area where I thought we might come down to. Again, we could have gone lower. We could have only come up to here. Like, I don't know. But usually when I do these path tools, I'm more right than not. Not saying that, I know, because I don't know. And I'll tell you right now, I do not know. But this happens like pretty often. And if you watch me, Meet Damien, if you watch me, you will see that these, for example, when we were here, I'm thinking we might come up to about here before, maybe possibly breaking a low. What do? We went up to about here before coming down, but we didn't do another pivot. We just went straight down. Same thing here. When we were here, did I think we were going to come down? No, I thought we were going to come up to potentially, same scenario for this, and we went up. Same thing. When we were here, did I think we were going to come up? No, I thought we were gonna go down. We're gonna go down, but if we did bounce here, then this is what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for the breaks of the pivots. And we ended up coming down. So, and this is what I do every single day. We go over the thought process that we had the day before and see if we were right or kind of right or way off. And then we kind of see what might happen next. So just to give you a heads up. I see magnets in the chat. Magnets in the chat. The magnet gang. Let's go. All right. So from here, I'm thinking we're going to pull back. We did. To come up. Now, I'm thinking we're going to come up to about here. We came up to about here. You see that? I'm thinking we're going to come up to here, and we actually wicked it here. So you see that little very slight deviation in price, like literally dollars. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. But we did come up to about here. And these are just areas. It's not like to the exact penny or anything like that. We came up to about here. Now we're pulling back. So now what we want to see, like we're actually in this portion right now, this price action. If we pull back, what we don't want to do is we don't want to break this low. That's what this drawing right here just illustrates pivots. That's all it does. Hey, we got Crypto Change Me in the house. What's up, Crypto Change Me? Yeah, JR gave you shout outs. And then of course, whenever we're doing this, we love giving you shout outs. Because you told us to do the blue, or you showed us these buttons right in front of our face. But yeah. But so right now, price went up, price possibly coming down, price coming down, and now we're at the pivot point, which is this example here. Are we going to, and this is a nice retracement from this extension leg. This right here is nice. So we are actually at the decision point. We're at the decision point, and I do circles. I do these little circles right here. We're at the decision point. Are we going to come up to attack these highs or roll over? So right now, and I love, giving my thought process of which way I think it might go. And it just sucks. Right now, I don't know. Because what we have to do in order for me to potentially, but we're really close though. We're really close. So this is what I'm looking for. If we break this level, let's change the color. Let's do it to, I guess this one. If we break on the 1 hour time frame, and I'm thinking we might, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna lean more to this side, to where we do this. We come over here, where we're at the decision point, where we come up, we do a lower high. We have a high, lower high, possibly lower high. Come back down, bounce off of our anchored VWAPs, which more than likely they might be about here. Again, I don't know. Come up, get rejected off of this level again. We've been getting rejected off of this level multiple times. And then now let's go. Moon mission. This is what I think might happen. Does it mean that it will? Nope. Is this financial advice? Nope. This is for entertainment purposes only. Meet even says, I prefer to use indicators when I trade. Oh yeah, I use indicators too. I use the VWAP, and especially the VWAP. If I don't have anything else, the VWAP. And I like using my 9 SMA, my 30 SMA, and that's pretty much all I use. But yeah, let me see what else you wrote. Let's see here. A lot of them, which I don't see you using. So I've been watching other traders use. Oh yeah, like when I enter a trade. So yeah, you're missing out, brother. You're missing out. Like let's say we do DOT, and let's say we're gonna do DOT for a long, or Doge for a long. And what I do is I say, let's go to a smaller time frame, 15-minute time frame. We can see that here's our level. This is an example of how I do this. And I say, oh man, I like it. I'm gonna enter the trade. But before I do, this is what I always say. Before I do, let me turn on my cheat sheet. This is the part that you don't know because you don't watch the show. Let me turn on my cheat sheet. So what I do is I come over here, I turn my cheat sheet on, and this has my moving averages and it has my VWAP. So it has my white is my 9 SMA, my 30 SMA is the orange, my red SMA is the 50, my yellow SMA is the 200, my blue line is the VWAP. This is my cheat sheet. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at this and say, okay, well, we have the 9 crossing the 30 potentially, which is bullish. Not only that, but I can see the price action go up. I can see that potentially we might get rejected off of the 200 SMA. Now, granted, I don't look at all this stuff down here, but sometimes I do, and I'll look at this, and right now we do have a bearish divergence, potentially, because if price action continues going up, well, then this can also continue going up. But do I think that price is going to come down because of the bearish divergence? Sure, why not? But I know that price right now is just going up. So there's a really good chance that price might do this. Price might come up to about here, possibly the 200 SMA, to retrace, and I would love to see it bounce off of this level before continuing up. Now, if it breaks this level, not good. This is the first level of, well, maybe it's going to trade in this range. And then if it breaks this level, this is my oh crap level 1, which means that there's a pretty high chance that we may continue going lower. This is our oh crap level 2, which means, okay, well, the long didn't play out. Let's see if we can do a short. But this is my cheat sheet. So if I was going to enter the trade, this is what I'll be looking for. And then every once in a while, well, I normally do the 3-minute time frame, but it just all depends. But we can see right now, straight up. So I would expect it to pull back. And if it does, I like to see it pull back to the VWAP. Doesn't mean that it has to, but I would like to see it pull back. So if we continue going up, and we don't know when the divergence is going to happen, it can continue going up until maybe the 200 SMA on the 15-minute time frame before coming down, or it can come down now. And it just depends. 0.5%. I mean, is it really that big of a deal? Unless you're trading with like 50x leverage or something. But that's how I trade. That's how I trade. But and I do this like a few times a week whenever the charts are good for a trade. But yeah, let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's go back to Bitcoin. So this is what I'm gonna lean to. We're gonna do plan A. We're gonna go over here. But it's all based off of the pivots. It's based off of what has the price action done already, momentum, structure. It has to do with all that stuff. Could we from here roll over? Let's hide this because this just distracted me. Could we just roll over and attack this? Sure. And then come down and get all of this? Sure. But all I know, I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is that this is the first level it has to break in order for us to come for this. And then this is the levels like, ah, crap. So much for this being my plan A now, because we broke this level. Now we're more than likely we'll come down for this and then continue doing lower highs, lower lows. So that's my thing, my thought process. Let's see here. Yeah, and JR gave you a shout out. JR gave you a shout out. See here, going down the list. And I woke up too early today. 4 in the morning. Well, actually 3:30. 3:30. See here. Going down the list. See here, me Demon says, I've also been watching other traders trade Trader Geo because he spots break of structure and anchored VWAPs that I want to learn more about from someone that uses them for the trading. Yeah, that's what I use. I use anchored VWAPs. I use the VWAPs. I use, like, these are anchored VWAPs. These blue lines, these are my anchored VWAPs. I use structure. That's literally the breaks of the highs and the lows. Now this is internal structure because this is all just, you know, all this noise. But when we zoom out, and that's how we get the bigger picture. Let's hide all this. When we zoom out, like this is my zone. This is my zone. So when we zoom out, this area right here is the very first level, because we can go up and down all we want. But this zone that I'll show you, this zone, this is structure. This zone is the first indication that, okay, now we have a chance of coming up. But we can go up and down in here all the time because all this is internal structure. So if we break this, okay, more than likely we could potentially start going up. If we break, I use the candle bodies and the wick as a zone. But if we break this level, then this is structure right here. But this is what I show. This is what I teach. I just don't say all the terminology because I try to keep it as easy as possible. And everything inside here is internal structure. So that's what I do. So I'm showing you it. I am literally like Mr. Miyagi. I'm telling you and I'm showing you how to sand the floor. I'm showing you how to paint the fence. So that when it comes to it, you're like, oh, that stuff is what Joe teaches, but he just doesn't say all those words. I know all those words. But it's just, in my opinion, very confusing. Like this, all the terms and abbreviations and acronyms, and when literally it is level by level. That's it. And then what we're trying to do is we're try to train, like you cannot get to this level without breaking this level first. It's impossible. So if we break this level, there's a pretty good chance we might go to this level. Doesn't mean that we will, but we're closer because we broke this level. So I try to keep everything as simple as possible. So I hope all that makes sense. But yeah, Trader Geo, dude's a beast. Trader Geo is a beast. It's funny, like whenever I'm in his comments, I wish he would call me Trade Intuition and not Joe, because people don't know that who he's talking to. But he'd be like, Joe, man, this and that, blah blah. And I'm thinking, Trader Geo, say Trade Intuition so they know it's me. Anyway, but yeah, dude's a beast. Dude's an absolute beast. Same thing with Alex O Crypto. Both of them are beasts. Now they trade way too aggressively for me. And whenever they come up on, whenever they're on watching my streams and doing the comments on the live streams, I let them know. I was like, man, Trader Geo, like you're a beast. And I tell him too, I say I tell him like to his face, cause he's in the stream. I said, dude, like you're really good. You just need to work on being humble. I tell him. I say, you're really good. You just need to work on being humble. And I tell him that he trades too aggressively for me, but that's not my trading style at the moment. I've traded like that before, but I don't like trading like it right now. It's just too aggressive. And some people do. Some people, like up here, they'll short it. I was like, oh, I don't know. I want to see it come down, come up, and then break the pivot so I can short. Because what it's doing is showing me that it was support, but it lost it. That's when I short. I don't short up here. So anyway, back to the chats. Let's see here. D not you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for smashing the like. Appreciate you, man. Mean even says I also watch Frankie Candles because he's great with volume profiles. Yeah, Frankie Candles is really good too. Yeah. I occasionally put on the volume profiles. I don't do it too often, but if somebody comes in and says, what's a volume profile? And then I'll show them. Or sometimes I'll have it on one of my charts. I don't have it on too many of them. We got Big Buck in the house. What's up, man? Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. Let's see here. That's the definition of price action trading. Yeah. And that's what I do. I trade price action. I trade momentum. I trade the strength of the move, which is all the same thing. I trade the levels, which is structure. So it's the same thing, but people just use different words so they can sell you on, look at this R2D2 structure. And you're like, what? R2D2? I haven't heard of that before. Follow me and join my group. And I have a boot camp on R2D2 structure, schematic 1743. Oh man, that sounds impressive. And he said a bunch of abbreviations that I don't know. I'm gonna buy it. It's only $4.99, and it used to be $8.99, and it's only for this week. Okay, let me buy it. Come on. But that's what all these traders do. It's the same thing. Price action, structure, levels. It's all the same thing. But so, and what I've done is I've paid for all these courses. I paid for all these boot camps. I paid for all these, you know, and like with market structure, I learned market structure a few years ago, and it's like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. And then like other traders that I was watching, they make it sound fancy. And it's like, you know what? Let me see if they know something that I don't. And there are some little nuggets in their boot camps, you know, but you got to pay $1,000. And it's like, okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, cool. And now I use that in what I do. But yeah. Let's see here. So your meet Damien says Trade Geo is aggressive like me. Another reason why I watch. Yeah. Trade Geo is very aggressive. Same thing. You should check out Alex O Crypto. He's on at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard. Alex O Crypto. If someone's got his link, if you can throw it in the chat. But yeah, dude's a beast. Like an absolute beast. So yeah. Wix Y Fine 89 in the house. What's going on? Let's see, you got Cam. What's going on, Cam? Appreciate you, man, being here. Let's see here. Frankie, build my leveling foundation. Dude knows he is VPs. There you go. But yeah, I mean, that's what we do. Like here. So what for me personally, I like using my anchored VWAPs kind of like Bollinger Bands. So when we were here, and this is what we had on our chart the whole time, you know, we had our low, we had our high, and then when we had our kind of like our mid, and we were, you know, finding support on it. Then when we were here, I was mentioning like a whole bunch, like guys, like we got to break above this level, not only this level, but also the anchored VWAPs. And what do? We banged our head on it. We banged our head on it. We banged our head on it, and boom, came down. Until we go above, and it just makes sense. Like if you say it out loud enough, it just makes sense. Like we need to break above this level to not be as bearish. Why? Well, because we're above resistance. Once we break above it, well, now it's support. As long as we don't break below it, hopefully we continue going up. But we don't want to break a low. This is where my level by level comes in. You know, right now, we don't want to break this low. We come up, we come down. This is fine, a retrace. Here's where we want to bounce 38 to 50% off of this extension leg. And again, this is market structure and everything else. This is what we want to see. This is using the fib retracement for a 38, 50% pullback. But when we break 50% and we go 61 and 78, because then we have a high chance of breaking this level, which we don't want if we're going long. And then if we do, crap. Then we come up here. Now, as we retrace, what do we need? We need to break this level. We cannot go up. It's impossible until we break this level. And what we don't want to do if we're longing, we don't want to break this level. Level by level. Literally, level by level. And we just keep on coming down. We can't break the level. We can't break the tops. So here is my zone. This is structure. This is market structure. Here we have our anchored VWAPs. If you want, I don't know if I can do this. Let's go from here to here. Almost. Getting closer. And I got so many drawings. See, this is an important level right here. Look at how it stopped. It stopped, went up, stopped, came down here. Resistance came up. Support. This level right here is, look at that. Bingo bangles in the chat, guys. Bingo bangles in the chat. And this is what I do. I identify these levels. Same thing here with this right here. Before this bounce, you know, we identified this level and then it came down here. It's like, oh, and then, oh, look at this. And then here, oh, crap. Look at that. I can't make this stuff up, guys. So right now, and I also talked about this multiple times, once we started doing this, I said we might be in a range. We might start forming a range. And then as more time went, it's like, this is a range. We broke below, bear trap, came up. So if you wanted to, and I see nothing wrong with it, you could do a fixed range volume profile. And what is a fixed range volume profile? It is from a fixed position. So I'm going to go from here, from the absolute low, all the way over, because this started our range. You know, we came all the way down, came up. This is very subjective. Some people started at the very top. That's fine. Do whichever way you like. I like it at the bottom. I like it at the very start. You know, when did it came down and it came up and then it started doing this. So this, in my opinion, is the start. But other people do it from here, and it's whichever, you know, whatever you like. And here we have our point of control, and then our value area high, value area low. And right now we're underneath. So without even pulling the fixed range volume profile, I know, because I've identified this area to be very strong, I know that once we break above this zone, we do something like this. Let's go up to here, to this. And I'm always looking to the left. Candle closes. And maybe we do this number. Maybe the point of control is maybe just inside the box. Then we come up. Then now I know we're potentially getting stronger. We're building strength. Then what we could do, high, lower high, potentially lower high, which might also line up with the value area high. So I do all this without even doing these indicators. And the indicators sometimes, this one is hitting it spot on, sometimes line up exactly what I'm thinking. Exactly. Until we break a pivot. For example, I'm thinking something like this. Now this is what might happen as long as we don't roll over and break this. Like, ah, crap. Then this idea is now voided. And now we look for this idea. So a short, where we could get a potential bounce. And then here, we want to see, what are we going to do? Are we going to get rejected and, you know, come down again and get rejected off of this? Or are we going to now find this as support and break out of this? Level by level. So again, like all these indicators, like most of the time when I do my drawings, the indicators will, I don't say most of the time, sometimes. I don't want to, like, because my head will be too big and I can't get out of my office. Oh, is your head too big again, Joe? Yeah, I'm a bobblehead today. I don't do that. But there's a lot of times, okay, sometimes, but it's a lot. There's sometimes where I'll draw this out and it goes, but Joe, you're doing it up and a down. Right, but the thought process is, as long as we don't break the pivot to the opposite side, this is what might happen. Doesn't mean that it will. Here, we could come down. But I'm thinking potential up. All right, so that's that. Degeneration X, what's going on? I was coding, forgot to say, hey Joe. Well, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you greatly. Let's catch up on the chat. Ooh. Let's see here. Yeah, Alex is awesome. Yeah, and some people think that Alex is too aggressive on his trades, while other people love it. And it just depends on what type of trader you are, and what. Like there are some times where I'll take a trade that's aggressive. For example, let's say Bitcoin comes all the way down here. It's like, you know what? I'm going to try it. Not because it went up. I'm going to try to go long. Why? Because I have this low. I'm going to try it. And my stop loss is super tight. Let me just go hide this. Stop loss is not super tight. Well, what might stop loss have been? It just say I entered. I didn't catch the bottom. Let's say I got here. Oh, I'm not gonna do an 8% on Bitcoin. I'd have to do like super tight, like under this wick, and that's where everybody else has their stop loss too. And I'm gonna do like a 10x, maybe 10x. And then if I get stopped out, I'll be, you know, position entering. I'll do a trade entry here, and then if it comes down and it starts coming up, I'll add to it. So I'll lower my entry. But potentially a bounce, like I don't know what's gonna happen. And then if it goes, great. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. So that's that. Okay. Just to let you know, at the very beginning of the show, I mentioned that I was gonna do a BNB long, and I entered it. And right now, currently, we're in the green. Right at the beginning of the show, I was like, oh, I'm gonna enter BNB long. Anyway, let's see here. And CryptoFace. Yeah, I haven't watched him in a long time. I like him. He's funny. Let's see here. And he's a good trader too. Like, he's a good trader. It was funny. There was one time CryptoFace, I was on a trading show with him, and Trading Wars. I was on a trading show with him, and then I was watching him on his stream, and he's like, oh, trade intuition. What do you think I should do? Go long or short? Now, granted, he doesn't need my information. He knows how to trade. But CryptoFace goes, what do you think I should do? Should I take profits now or hold it? And I'm thinking, take profits. Don't close it all out, but take some profits. So sure enough, he took some profits, and then it went up even more because he was thinking about just closing it. And then the next day when I go in there, he's like, man, trade intuition. Like that was a great call. It's not blah, blah. And I do like a happy face. And then I did like a winky face. And then a happy face. So like three, you know, happy face, winky face, happy face. And he's like, hey, calm down, trade intuition. You don't need to spam the chat. And I'm thinking, what just happened? Like the dude was just saying, you know, good stuff, and then don't spam my chat. Like, it's three comment. It's happy face, smiley, or winky face, smiley face. And I was like, okay, man, no problem. But yeah, he's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. Let's see here. Very, very nice. Let's see here, going up, going down the list. Going down the list. Let's see, who's here, guys? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're here. Let's see, you got so tired of bears, bullish. Bears, bullish. It only watch Joe and Oda. Yeah. Well, thank you, David. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Oh, bearish BS. Fries were good. Yum, yum. CryptoFace was streaming Trump last night, and it was hilarious. Oh, I bet. He was short on Bitcoin. Yeah. I'm not sure when he shorted, but what goes up, and I always say this too, what goes up has to come down. It's just a matter of when. Is it going to come down now? Is it going to keep on going up and then come down? Is it going to keep on going up and then come down? But it's going to come down. It has to. Same thing with price coming down. It has to go up. Could it go down more and more and more and more to 5K? Sure. And then come up? Yeah. But at some point it's going to come up. So it's our job to identify when the potential reversal or pivot might happen. That's what we do. So whenever price goes up, there's a good chance it's going to come down. Just a matter of when. So that's when we go to the lower time frames. But right now is a good area for it to potentially bounce. And if it does come down a little bit lower, this is another good area for it to potentially bounce. So let's see here. Still waiting for Pippin to come down. Yeah, so let's look at Pippin. Pippin, yeah, man, Pippin, it looks too bullish, man. We entered this aggressive entry. Oh no. Oh yeah, this is a safer entry here. But see how it just went straight down? Like my community knows, my group knows, because I instill this, I drill it in their brain. If we go straight down, so the setup was actually way over here, like somewhere over here. And it was like, okay, 15-minute candle needs to close underneath this for a safer entry. But then we went sideways, 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 sideways. Then we went straight up, and then we came straight down. For the people who had the alerts and was waiting for this 15-minute candle to close, they know not to enter here. Could it continue going down? Sure. The chance of it not is very, very high. Why? Price went down, straight down. We don't enter on straight downs. This is a breakout trader, which if Meet Damien's still in here, this is how, I guess, how he thought I would enter trades, and I don't. Every single stream I mention how I enter the trades, where price, and then price was here. And then so I did an update. I said, if price comes up, to come down, to come up, to come down, we break the pivot. We don't enter because it went straight down. No, that's a death sentence. We enter on the break. Now, if it were to come up and then come down and break this pivot, sure, we enter. Because what it's doing, it's established this as support. It went up and then it broke that support. Now we enter. But we don't enter on this. And my community knows that very, very well. Sure enough, it came up. So no entry. And then here, same thing, no entry. Because why? It went straight down. You see that? Now, if it would have done something like this, where, let's just say, price went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then broke the level, this is when we enter. But we do not enter. Price went down, up, down, up, down. We don't enter that. You see the difference? Huge difference. And this is how I think Meet Damien thought how I traded, which no, because if this happens, you have a really, not because I see this, but you have a really high chance of it doing something like this. So we don't enter on that. We don't enter on that. Here. I'm still here, but I'm watching the news updates about, oh, okay, cool. About some oil contracts. Yeah, man, that oil one that you gave us the other day. Oh, I didn't even see it dip, but I watch it every once in a while. But yeah. Let's see here. But for Pippin, it looks strong. I don't know, man. I don't know about shorting it. For me, in order for me to short it, I would need to see the price do something like this, where it comes up a little bit more, enters this area, and then rolls over, and then does something like this. And if it does, then we could potentially short. This would be a very aggressive short. So yellow means aggressive. Double circles with the lines means extremely aggressive. This would be another aggressive entry. And then if the price did this number, then because we're in this zone, now it's a little bit safer. Now, granted, look at how much move you're missing because you're entering a safer. Because now what could happen is we could do this again until we come down. So that's, but entering a short right now, or even now, if the price does this number where we do this and we come up here and we break this, because now we're doing kind of like a double top, and we come down, we come up, and we break this first pivot. Now, man, this is a very nice short. Very nice. Could we have FOMO and it continue going up? Sure, but that's what we have with stop loss. But to me, this is a very nice short, with the target of this area, which would be this area right here. And then our next target would be about this area. But that's my thought process. BNB going to the moon. Now let's see here. But I was looking at red. It's too, these coins are just poo poo, caca poo poo. I was looking for a short, but I got wrecked on this one. Power. And I was talking about it at the very beginning of the stream. Got wrecked hard. Because, was I doing 15 minutes? I think I was doing 15 minutes. You know, it had gone up so much already, you know, all this. And I'm looking for something like this. When we started doing this number, you know, I think I entered a short here. And then it started going well, came up here. I was like, okay, awesome. And then what it needed to do is break this level in order for us to rock and roll. And it was like, nope. Nope. Let's see here. Crypto Genuine says, nice work on that BNB. Yeah. And I made a video about BNB in the VIP group, what I was looking for. And right before the show, like literally as the show was starting, I was like, oh, hold on, guys. I got to enter this long. But, and then I added to the trade, and got absolutely wrecked. This is what wrecked me right here. This is at 3:30 in the morning. Right here. Well, 3:15. But yeah, I was like, maybe I should add to it. So let me put my target right here. I would have made a lot of money because all the times I've been entering. And then I set my target, and then my trade disappeared. It's like, what happened to? No. Liquidation City. Population. This guy. No, I didn't put a stop loss. But that was the risk I was willing to take. I was going and I was just adding to it. But yeah, I think, let me see, 1 second. Oh man, I gotta close the door. Anyway, okay. Let's see here. But yeah, no stop loss. Yeah, ouch, big time. And one thing with me, I'm transparent. I didn't need to let y'all know that. I didn't even post this for the group because it was just very high risk. But you know, I let y'all know. You know, I was doing shorts and adding to it, and 1 second. Adding to it. And then finally, 3:30 in the morning, boop. And I was going to put more money in too, just to save my trade. And then when I started seeing this happening, I was like, man, I should put like double the amount of money that I lost in here to short it. And I said, no, because that's a revenge trade. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come all the way down. But if I would have, more than likely I would have been liquidated again. So I was like, no, I'll just take the loss. Lick my wounds, you know, dust myself off, and, you know, have money for another day. So that's what happened to that one. But let's see here. Dusk. We're looking at Dusk. We got stopped out really quick on Dusk. You know, I was thinking we're gonna, so here's the thing too. Let's go 15-minute time frame. So on Dusk, we went straight up. I'm thinking we're gonna come down to at least a 0.5. And what happened? 236 area. And then boop, stopped us out. This I did not see. I was like, no way. And stopped out really quick. And then now kind of doing nothing. And now looking, you know, in order for us to short this, you know, we need this level to break. 0.08970. If we break that on the 15-minute time frame, we can try for a short. But right now it looks potentially like a bunch of these coins that have very low market cap. Ah, dang it. could continue doing what they've been doing. We talked about Pippin. This one, I was looking at this one for a trade. I think this was just a thought process. I woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh no, I did enter this one. And these are just very aggressive. Cause I mean, there's look at the market cap, 85 million. So these, I mean, they can just do whatever. VV. Oh, I wanted to long this one. I was looking at it right here. I did it. And just doing other things. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll cheese big time. But because I did not have a stop loss, and that was my plan, was only to add to it, I knew the risk. I knew the risk. And so because I got liquidated, you know, I can't be, oh man, I lost so much money. But no, like, I knew that was the money I could lose if I lost. So in essence, that was part of the plan, not a plan that I wanted to play out. But it's not like, oh man, you know, I just refinance the house to do that trade. No, it's none of that stuff. Trying to mitigate, sometimes it snowballs out of control. Yeah. Other times it saves your, yeah. Yeah, there was one trade, man. ARC. This one? Dude, I freaking nailed it. So here was a trade. Well, because I added to my entry. So price was here. Price was here. I think we're gonna come down to maybe do this, but I'm thinking, you know, oh no, this was a different time. Because I actually went short. Anyway, I went, where did I enter short? I think here. Yeah. Because it was at the top of my zone. It was at the top of my zone. And this just looks like crap. I mean, honestly, it looks like crap. This is literally a crap. This is a crap coin. Crap. I mean, look at this. This, oh, it's so ugly. I said, you know what, let me just short it. Because it came up. Look at all this that it came up. And it's at the top of my zone. Let me short it. And then it's doing well. And it starts coming up. And I put very little money. Very little money. Then I added to it. And then I added to it. Then I added to it. Then I think I added like 5 times. And I had like, I don't know, 20 more times I could have added. But I knew at some point it was going to come down. And then sure, finally it comes down. Then it came up. Then it came down. Then it came up. Then it came down. And I think I got like 200 and something %, like right around this area. So that was pretty cool. And then I just ended up moving my stop loss super tight, and I think I got stopped out here, probably. So yeah. I mean, that's how that trade played out. Beautiful. However, power, like, dude, I added, and then I was gonna add again, and then boop. Oh well. But so Damien's still in here. Yeah, we watch this one every day. This one every day. And I tell people, I say, yeah, man, I don't know if you got mad or whatever, because I call it a diarrhea coin. Like that, which the other coin I was trading, it's poop too. But here, you know, get enough people talking about it, like it'll move, and it's done nothing. I watch it every day. And I told people too, I said, man, I bet you if FHE pumped that next day, me and Damien would have been in here. I told you so. I think it's funny when traders say that. I told you so. Like, man, you didn't tell me nothing. Like, we talked about it. My one of my buddies, he used to do that all the time. I told you, Joe. I told you this. And like, they would make like this was back in the day. They made like 300%, 400%. I said, dude, but you also told me about 18 other coins that week. He's like, but Joe, I told you. I said, man, you didn't tell me nothing. That's fun. Oh, here's one. Hype. This one I made a video for my group too. Price was here. And I had my little... And there's a lot of times too, people say, oh, you don't draw trend lines, Joe. You don't do trend lines. I see the trend lines. But here I drew it out and I made the video for it. But yeah, price was here. And I'm thinking, now notice my thought process. Here's my thought process, guys. And I didn't just draw this after the fact. Like I draw it before the price action happens. When the price was here, I did not think we're going to come down. I thought potentially we might come up to this trend line. Potentially, and we did. Look at this, guys. I can't make this stuff up. We came up. I wish I knew what was gonna happen. I really do, because then, man, I make so much freaking money. But sometimes I'm spot on, which I show you time and time again, and sometimes I'm way off. And when those times happen, I make sure to show you, to let you know, hey, like I said, I don't know. But from here, I'm thinking we're gonna go up to here, and we did exactly. To pull back to about here, I don't know. We did exactly. To potentially break this pivot, and even though it's wicks, I don't think, for me, this is not considered a continued win. From here to here, win. From here to here, win. From here to here, even though we got it with the wicks, I don't consider it a win. It's kind of like, you know, instead of hitting a home run, you hit, you know, you bunted the ball. That's baseball, for those that don't know. And so right now, it's kind of getting underneath this level, 28.679. This is a key level that I'm looking at. And right now, it's struggling, but it's finding support potentially right now on this trend line. So, give you a heads up. INJ, do I have that one up? I don't think so. Let's check it out. INJ. AJ. I like it. Very sexy. Very sexy. So here we had this zone right here. We don't want to break below it. What do? But this right here, 1010, the day that will live in infamy. Don't like it. But we could not break above it. But now, wait for it. On the daily, potential, but we also thought that here and here, potential bottom. So on the daily time frame, and if we want, we can kind of look at this too. So no divergence, good. So on the daily, look at that level. And sexy. Look at this level. Let's go on the 4 hour. And then what I do is, man, it's good. Let's go look at this. So this actually, it creates a range. So this is how I create my ranges. So we got the candle body stop and candle body stop. And we go over, boop, the wick. See that wick right there? It stopped. So this is good. Just that. Okay. So this is a zone that potentially we could get rejected off of. This little tight little zone. This looks so sexy, man. So we were in this range. And then we broke out, we came back in, beautiful, beautiful pullback, about 50%. You know, if you do the fib retracement from the low to the high, about 50%, candle body closes, it pulled back all the way to the 786. Then it came up, broke this level. Because it broke this level, we can enter long, boop. Then it comes down. Now the pullback that I would like to see is a bounce about here, 38%, maybe here, 50%. Breaks below 50, I get nervous. And then right now, we would have moved our stop loss underneath the 618, about here, got stopped out. In profit. Slight. But more than likely, we would have taken our first target up here. But anyway, and then it keeps on coming down. It's like, oh crap. And then it keeps on coming. Oh man, come on, 100%, really? Taking it all back? Come up, come down. So right now we're doing a higher low on the 4 hour time frame. Looks very sexy. A lot of traders, what they're going to be looking for is not only the break of that zone, but a break of 3.354 for a save for entry. Could you enter now? Sure, of course. You do have the potential of having this happen where we come up, we go into this little range, or maybe even a little bit lower. Then we go to the range, and then we come down and maybe up and down and up and down and up and down, and then finally break out. So what you could do, what's the percentage? Is that 12% or is that 22%? From here to here? About 7%. So if you wanted to, you could play it safe and just set an alert about 7% away. So we're going to set alert. We're actually going to set the alert. And now if you wait for your alert to go off and you wait for the 4 hour candle to close above, let's call it 3.354, this level, but it's actually this little zone, but whichever. I do the zone. So let's change these colors. So let's go blue. And let's also identify this top one. So if the 4 hour candle closes above this zone, so we can just call it 3.312, I think we're good. Because now this, what was previously really strong resistance, could potentially act as very strong support. And then moon mission. Could you enter now and get 7% more than me? Yeah, 100%. I like it though. Now, when would we short? For me personally, I would short the break of this level. Could I short way up here? Sure. If the market starts turning, we could, if it maybe comes up and then it breaks below this zone, then we could do a very aggressive entry here. Safer entry for the short would be here. Again, pivots, level by level. This is market structure. This is this is how I trade. All right, moving on. All right, that's nice. Let's see here. Cam says, hello, if you cover all the coins every week, you're bound to hit yeah. Very true. Play the altcoin lottery. Yeah. Altcoin bingo card. Can we just pump and be rich and not? Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Very true. All right, guys. Well, that is the show. That is the show. I do thank you guys very much. INJ, keep an eye on that. Crypto Change Me is an absolute beast. So make sure to watch him, follow him. He has great videos. Same thing with the other people who are in here. You got JR, you got me, Damien, you have a bunch of other traders. Of course, we talked about other traders that we, like for whatever reason, whether they're trading style or maybe just for entertainment purposes. Maybe you don't trade aggressively, but you want to see how aggressive traders trade. So a bunch of different traders and different styles. Now, if, for example, let's say Road Dogg. Let's say Road Dogg does not trade the way I trade, which I doubt he does. I know he doesn't, but just for argument's sake, let's say Road Dogg does not trade the way I trade. Does that mean that he is wrong and I am right? Nope. Everybody trades differently. And it's your job, it's your duty to watch all these traders, see what you like from the traders, and make your own style. And for me, I just stripped everything down to the most simplistic form, and I trade levels. Now, granted, if I do enter the trade, we kind of broke that down already. I go to a lower time frame. I put on my cheat sheet, which has my moving averages and my VWAP. I rarely put the fixed range volume profile, but always the anchored VWAP, or I'm sorry, the VWAPs and the moving averages. So whenever I'm on my exchange, my VWAP's already there. For funsies, sometimes I'll have the Bollinger Bands, but not really, but that's what I do. But let's see here. Underground Crypto Show is on right now. If you want to raise your crypto IQ. Underground Crypto Show, what's that? I was watching my buddy JR. Underground Crypto Show. Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy's on. I used to watch his stuff like all the time just to support him. One day, Billy from Billy Goat Tales pushed a bunch of people over there, so he got like a lot of subscribers, but nobody showed up ever. And I was there for a few months, just constantly being there, just showing support. But let's see who's on. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Oh, yes, I did. Let's see here. Let's come over here to this. Let's go to edit, customization. Let's go over here to this. Little bitches. Loki's Angel. We're not doing Crypto Squid. Everybody tell Crypto Squid to delete this one, to delete this one, to delete this one. It always tricks me. I have horrible memory. I know how to make money though. I have horrible memory and I always go to these. So Crypto Squid, I will not be forwarding to him any longer because he still has these three and everybody needs to tell him to delete them so that I can forward people to him because I don't know. Let's see here. I said 10:30, I'm sure. Yeah, it's 20 minutes away. Let's go to Lunar Beaches. We started at 10. Oh, he's from the Lifer group. Oh, I didn't know that. Let's see here. We'll go Lunar Beaches. Yeah, I'm not sure if you know this, but yeah, Lifer, in my opinion, is a joke. Big time joke. A businessman, great. He's a great businessman. There's a lot of traders out there that don't know how to trade. And just let you know. See here. Very nice. As far as the guy who talks about coins, you got me into trading before. I was just holding and watching all my bags go to zero. Yeah, he's from the Crypto Lifer group. Yeah, I think I heard him. Oh, and I think I actually talked about about why I don't like it on his stream. Yeah, that's right. This was some time ago. Somebody said, I forgot what he said. And I said, oh, I told him straight up. I said, oh, just that comment itself tells me how new of a trader you are. And like, I don't mean that to be an insult, but it literally tells me, like, if I ask you, who do you like? And you name a particular person, like right off the bat, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. That just tells me you're new and you haven't been wrecked a lot, or you're in denial, because it is literally a it's an echo chamber. So I don't know if I have it on this. I don't think I have it on this. Let's see here. I used to have a video that explains exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I don't think I have it on this one, this computer. Anyway, but I do talk about it all the time. And it's basically like, you don't want to be left out of the group. And if somebody's doing something and you want to do that same thing. So anyway, it's a long story, but it basically tells me you're new. And it's okay being new. Like, we've all been there. And you will get wrecked. And when you do, hopefully you remember these words, and hopefully you'll continue watching people who know how to trade. I mean, we lose trades. There's nothing wrong with losing. We also win trades. But yeah, that's my thought process. Let's go to the moon. Yeah, but it's funny though, because he mentioned something, and I called him. I said, oh, okay, that tells me how new you are, or whatever. And then I went on. Anyway, I won't do that here. Not now, not today. And I'm really surprised. We actually went over our time. I thought it was gonna be like a 20-minute show. I woke up at 4 in the morning. Did I tell you that? Yeah. But I do thank you guys very much. We'll see you on the next video. Of course, if you haven't already, definitely smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're watching this on the replay, leave me a comment as well. Very nice. But I do thank you guys very much. We do this every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in. Not sure what time it is your time, but it is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. My name is Joe, also known as Trading Tuition, where we steer you right. We're not trying to sell you a boot camp. We're just showing you how to trade for free. There's a concept. Showing you how to trade for free. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Until then, as always, let's make this money. Take care.
Support line looks like it's holding. Market makers, make it bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Make it bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, bounce. Late night sessions, eyes glued to the screen. Charts looking heavy, but we move like a machine. Candles playing tricks, yeah, they trap the whole crowd. Wick hitting the lows, portfolio getting plowed. Liquidity pockets, that's where they hunt. Fake breakdown stops getting hit, eating your lunch. Market makers be sneaky just like a mouse. Traders just looking for that bounce. Bounce, back. Wrist tight, stop loss, snug, protect the bag, don't get rug, greed to get you wrecked, that's facts, no doubt, take them profits, that's what this game's about. Market makers make it bounce. Support level